Uh-huh. Yo, what's up? So, I'm currently in college, but I also like the gym. Sometimes them two don't mix well together, either from the lack of time from being in college or just the money. So I went through, I put time and effort in just so I could crack the code for you, me, and everybody else who wants to go to the gym while still being in college. So I'm not going to go into a step-by-step process. It's going to be more of something that you can base off of your schedule in college, which is seemed to work better for me because my schedule can vary pretty often from day to day. But to start off this whole process, you usually want to go to the gym around the time when you're going to be sitting down, just staring at your phone, not doing much productive things. That's usually when I go. And I find that limiting my screen time and my TV time has really boosted my productivity and made me actually feel like I can go to the gym more often. You'll need to find when your free time is, where you're just sitting on your phone or watching TV. That's usually when I go to the gym around nighttime, because that's when I would be sitting down doing absolutely nothing productive really. And by doing this, it limits screen time, so overall it boosts your productivity throughout the day just by not having that dopamine rush of opening up your phone and looking at it. But this whole video is really just for you to find time throughout your day in order to get yourself to go to the gym, better yourself, work out some way, get some type of activity in you. Working around school is often a hard thing, so I personally like the 8-8-8 method. It's 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of you time. During the 8 hours of work, I go to my classes, I'll get my schoolwork done, and I'll do whatever else work-wise that needs done that day. Money, emails, homework, everything pretty much. And this time of day usually leads to me feeling worn out from just grinding for them 8 hours straight. Sometimes it can be hard, but sometimes I'd feel the productivity the whole day just to get through it. But after them 8 hours of work, for me personally, I would sit down, write down my schedule throughout the day, figure out what I'm doing, how I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it, everything like that. You can usually use that time to schedule meals, nap, just rest your mind, listen to music, something, just so you can start getting your you time going throughout the day. You can always personalize the 8-8-8 method though. You can change it to like 4 hours of work, 4 hours of you time, and then just repeat that process until you get to your 8 hours of sleep. During your work time, you could also write out a schedule for your lifts, because you don't want to be guessing your whole lift while you're doing it. That's usually not good for your muscles. You want to find the lifts that you like, find the lifts that work your muscles well, critique lifts so you can actually have them work the muscles good for you, because everybody's different. Everybody has their own muscles. If movements don't feel good for you, then change them. You can change them in multiple ways. Like for squats, for instance, you can have a thinner stance when you're squatting, or you can have a wider stance. Yes, they do technically work different muscles in the body, but you'll still get the main concept of the squat done. It'll still be a main compound movement for your legs. Same thing with bench press, same thing with deadlift. You can have a wider stance, wider grip. You can personalize pretty much all of the movements to work how you want them to work. Usually this will all depend on what you're doing, how you're working out. Like for me, I personally do power building. So I start off with a pre-exhaustion every single day. Pre-exhaust the muscle I'm going to be working for the day. So for chest, right now I'm trying to work on my lower chest. So I'll do dips, and then I'll go into my pressing movements so I can get more of a burn in the lower chest compared to everywhere else. This will eventually start building your chest or legs or whatever you're trying to build. But pre-exhaustion does tend to work pretty well if you're on a little time cramp. For me, since I found lifting at night is more fitting for my schedule, I can come home, I can relax, I can shower, I can listen to some more music, whatever I want to do. It just all adds into the more me time before my midnight bedtime for my 8 hours of sleep. So I've been really making sure that I get my 8 hours of work, 8 hours of me time, and 8 hours of sleep. All three of them together will make you a more productive person. They'll even make you feel less stressed out throughout the day because you know what your schedule is looking like. You know what you're planning throughout the day. You have it all set up. That's usually where main stress points come throughout people's days, is they don't know when they're going to get their homework done. They don't know how hard their class is going to be, but it really doesn't matter because you have a whole 8 hour, that's a full work day to do all of your work for that class, which is really what you should be doing during college, is spending a full work week doing your schoolwork. And as Ronnie Coleman once said,
everybody want to be a bodybuilder. Don't nobody want to lift this heavy ass weight. I do it though. Yeah.
This quote does not only mean for lifting, it's for your whole life. Everybody wants to be something, but they don't want to do something. It's a whole equation. For some people, the heavy weight, the heavy lifting is their mentality. It's their state of mind. It's their feeling like they can't do it, which they always can. They can do it. The limits of the human body is actually insane. You can do things you will not believe. I've personally found for me that it's planning throughout the day. I have a terrible time planning. I usually just see how my day goes. So this means that I make sure to plan. I make sure to get off social medias. So for me, I usually sit and stare at social media for hours at a time, which I felt like I need to stop because that was a huge limiter in my life. So my heavy weightlifting in my personal life would be getting off of my phone and actually doing things for me, like making my meals, making them healthier. Everything explained in this video will literally recomp your body. It'll make your mind, body, and self-being a lot better and a lot more productive throughout your whole entire day. If you follow this video and actually take it seriously, then your life will change, at least an increment. It'll become more productive overall. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.